Hello Tech World. In today's video, I'll be showcasing you on how to create a simple project on this input file using JavaScript. So enough talk, let's get right into this video. Apologies for the delay in the video. I've been solely working hard on this project and take some time off of YouTube, but now I am back. This time I can showcase you my new project in my next video. If I haven't already, please like this video and subscribe if you're new, if you want to get more information about in tech world or any inquiries. So with that being said, let's continue this video. Right. So let's create a HTML template for this requirement. This time we'll be able to run the input type and as well for label 4, and we create this button to be able to submit, so the text will be able to display on the console log. So in recent videos back, we looked through what are if conditional statements and if statements are. So if statements is when the condition is true, or if not, if the conditions will be considered as false, and as well as else if are basically if statements that are added in this statement, where this time if is true, then you will use another conditional statements to specify a conditional to the test if that first condition is true. And for the else statement is where it closes off the if statement to determine whether if that statement is false. We also looked through nested if. So here's a nested if as an example where all of the if statements are aligned together. So in this block of code, it shows that the second parameter is aligned with the second if accordingly, and simultaneously the if and else is as well at the end, so it closes out through both statements. Alright, so once I have now implemented the input type and the ID, we'll then go to the JavaScript page, and this time we'll then use this statement here, use const, and to get this const we then get the my text equals to document dot get element by ID, and we're passing through my text as the ID in the parentheses, and then we'll continue this again. So let's control shift lock, and now this time we'll use my submit as the variable. So my submit equals to document dot get element by ID, and we'll pass into my submit. So we'll do the same for result element. Right, there we go. We declared through the document since we created the ID, and now we then use the functionality to specify out the content. Alright, let's add some functionality. So my submit dot on click, we use the function using the brackets equals to function bracket in the parentheses empty string, and in here we will declare the value of let license, and once we declared in here we would this time use license equals to license dot value, and then license equals to license assign it to number license. So then this time, since we want to convert from a string to a number, we'll use a number function. So we looked at through different conversions using objects, for example, number function, objects, string function. You should check it out. So once you have defined that, then in here, in the parentheses, we use result element dot text content equals to assign it to this, the string text. So this time we'll replace the console log to const result element, because we define the paragraph text in the ID so that once it submits, it will display a text with this message here itself, the console log. So we're going to repeat this a couple of times for the rest of the statements. All right, there we go. Now this now replaced from the console log to the variable result element. We now can run the HTML frame. So we test it. Submit. Okay, so we've got 3 errors saying type error, cannot read properties of undefined reading value. So value. Okay, strangely it's not submitting. There's another issue. On-call type error cannot read properties of this. So let's try value license. We'll say 21. So there's another error, so value is not defined. Let's try this method this way. So we put value, and inside the parentheses is the variable on the left. So 21, and still shows an error. Okay, I think I know where the error comes from. I was meant to use my text instead of license in the const, because license is already declared. We haven't declared anything inside. So then instead of using license, we use my text equals to my text dot value. So we'll try that. See. So I can't assign it to the constant variable. So we use value in this way. There we go. Now it finally works. So now it displays here saying you don't have a valid license. So the issue is the text dot value, so we can't assign it to the constant variable, and we already declared this, so there's no values inside on the declaration. So now if we say 10, it shows that you still don't have a valid license, or below 0. Okay, so I believe this is correct, but there is some issues with the if statement, the way I defined. So age is less than or equal to 10. We will try equals to 10. Let's call it 21 or 10. Or we say license equals to true. There we go. So it said minimum age is 18 plus, or you don't have a valid license.
This is how you create the HTML framework with JavaScript using the else if, and if statements to determine whether that license is true or false using the input statement. So we managed to debug the issue and everything is now resolved.
I would like to wrap up this video with a positive note. I managed to go through the errors. Luckily, it took me some time, but that's how developers work. They tend to have lots of errors and figure out where the issue comes from by researching and try to find other suggestions and other ways. But they persevere, they continue, and never give up. So, which is great. But anyways, don't forget to hit a like, subscribe, turn your notification bell so you don't miss a video. As per usual. I'll catch you guys in my next video. This is your boy Softlen. I'm out. Peace.